One of the great joys of working on RackForms, as I've said many times before, no doubt, is building cool features to make your life as a developer easier. And in this video, I have just such an example. So the new feature in question belongs to the query module, and we can find it under SQL debug/data return mode as populate form fields. So let's take a look at exactly what this does. So here I have a builder page. And the builder page simply lists the email name and then a detail link for all the records in my FB demo table. In this case, I'll select sample2's record, and I go to a detail page where sample2 now pre-populates under the name and email fields. What's driving this is this guy right here. The query is running. It's grabbing that information from the database, and it's now using this populate form fields logic right here to pre-populate these form fields with the correct values. Now, one of the reasons why we might want to do something like that is if I wanted to create an update form. Now, to do that is really simple as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the last page of my job here, and I'm going to add a submission page underneath it. To the submission page, I want to add an SQL plus update item, but I don't actually have to code it. I have a wizard that does that for me. All I have to do is select the page where I want the SQL update to run, right-click, and then select the proper database that I'm running. In this case, it's MySQL. I'll then fill out my database name, if it's not already, and the table name, which in this case is FBDemo. I'm then going to select a where column, in this case email, though in a production environment this would no doubt be a unique value like a primary key ID value. Then under update actions, I'll simply click SQL plus update item. But before I do, I want to double check to make sure I'm going to create this item on the proper submission page. Now when I go down and look at this job right here, you can see that the SQL plus item that was created is indeed going to update the FB demo table. It's going to set the name equal to the name that I pass in, where the email is equal to the email that I've submitted as well. And so it looks a little something like this. I'll go ahead and publish my form. I'll go to sample2's record right here, and under its name, I'll simply say sample2 updated. And when I hit submit, I go to my submission page, and if I go back to that builder page again, you can see now that sample2 has been updated. So this is really handy in those cases when the detail page for a job is really complex, right? It has many forms that we need to, many fields, that we need to fill out. However, it should be noted that the builder forms themselves can also have auto update functionality just as easily. We're not going to cover that in this video, but probably the easiest way to say it is that this is not the only way that we get this type of logic done, though it is probably the best way if we have more complex forms. We have lots of fields that we may want our user to fill out. So again, the new feature here, populate form fields, makes building these types of what they call CRUD jobs, create, read, update, and delete jobs, much easier and much less error prone. So that's a quick look at this. This is in version 5.2 of RackForms. You can actually find this job that we're working under here as query populate form fields under load example job. So you just simply type in query and select that job right here. Of course, if you have any questions about this job, please let me know. info@rackforms.com, and thanks for watching.